Donald Trump. A name that has become a global phenomenon. The name alone evokes strong reactions, whether admiration or disdain. But before he was a politician, he was a businessman, navigating the complex world of real estate, and a reality TV star captivating audiences with his larger-than-life persona. He was a New York real estate mogul, known for his ambitious projects and towering skyscrapers. Known for his lavish lifestyle and even bigger personality, Trump was always in the spotlight. Trump built his empire on hotels, casinos, and golf courses, each bearing his unmistakable brand. His name became synonymous with luxury and success, a symbol of the American dream. He wasn't afraid of a little self-promotion, often making headlines with his bold statements. Trump plastered his name on everything. Then came The Apprentice, a show that would change everything. The show that introduced Trump to a whole new audience, showcasing his business acumen and flair for drama. He became a household name, recognized in living rooms across America, known for his catchphrase, "You're fired." Trump became a pop culture icon. Trump was a master of branding, turning his name into a marketable asset. He knew how to sell himself, leveraging his image to build an empire. And he was about to use those skills in a whole new arena, politics, where his journey would take an unprecedented turn. It was June 2015. Trump descended a golden escalator in Trump Tower. His mission? To announce his candidacy for President of the United States. The political world was stunned. Was he serious? Many dismissed it as a publicity stunt. Trump's announcement speech was classic Trump. He boasted about his wealth. He promised to make America great again. He even took aim at Mexico, accusing the country of sending rapists and criminals across the border. The media went wild. Pundits predicted he wouldn't last. They underestimated him. Trump had tapped into something real, a deep well of anger and frustration among a segment of the population. Trump's campaign was unconventional, to say the least. He broke all the rules. He shunned traditional political correctness. He embraced controversy. His rallies were raucous events, filled with chanting supporters. Trump's message was simple. America was in decline. He was the only one who could fix it. He promised to bring back jobs. He vowed to build a wall on the Mexican border. He pledged to drain the swamp in Washington, D.C. And then there was Twitter, Trump's weapon of choice. He used it to bypass the media, to attack his opponents, to spread his message directly to the people. It was a constant stream of insults, boasts, and pronouncements. The media didn't know what to make of Trump. He was a ratings bonanza, but also a source of endless frustration. He dominated the news cycle. He sucked all the oxygen out of the room. Trump was a walking, talking soundbite. He was outrageous. He was unpredictable. He was must-see TV. Public reaction was divided. His supporters loved him. They saw him as a straight talker, a political outsider. His detractors were horrified. They saw him as a demagogue, a threat to democracy. Never before had American politics seen anything like it. Section 5. Defying the odds. Primary upsets and a nation divided. The Republican primaries were a bloodbath. Trump bulldozed his way through a crowded field of experienced politicians. He insulted them. He belittled them. He exposed their weaknesses. Pundits and pollsters were shocked. They had predicted his demise. But Trump kept winning. He defied the odds. He connected with voters who felt ignored by the establishment. America was more divided than ever. The country was split along political, racial, and cultural lines. It was in this climate of anger and division that Trump thrived. Section 6. President Trump, an unconventional victory. The 2016 general election was one for the history books. Trump faced off against Hillary Clinton, a former First Lady, Senator, and Secretary of State. It was the ultimate outsider versus the ultimate insider. The campaign was brutal, filled with personal attacks and accusations. Trump tapped into a deep well of resentment. He promised to shake things up, to blow up the system. On election night, the world watched in disbelief. Trump pulled off a stunning upset. He won the presidency. It was a victory that few saw coming, a victory that would change the course of American history. Section 7. The Trump Effect, a legacy of disruption. Trump's presidency was a whirlwind of controversy, marked by unprecedented actions and statements that often left the nation divided. He governed as he campaigned, with a brash and unapologetic style that resonated with many but alienated others. With a focus on Twitter and a disregard for norms, he bypassed traditional media channels, opting to communicate directly with the public. He implemented policies that were popular with his base, often through executive orders that bypassed Congress. Tax cuts and deregulation were cornerstones of his economic agenda, aimed at boosting business and reducing government oversight. He also appointed 2 conservative justices to the Supreme Court, solidifying a right-leaning tilt for years to come. His presidency was marked by constant chaos. He fired cabinet members with alarming frequency, creating a revolving door in his administration. He picked fights with allies, questioning long-standing international agreements and alliances. He cozied up to dictators, often praising their leadership styles while criticizing democratic leaders. The media couldn't get enough of him, covering his every move and statement, which only amplified his presence. Trump's supporters loved his no-nonsense style, seeing him as a champion of their values and a disruptor of the status quo. They applauded his willingness to shake things up. His detractors, however, were horrified by his actions and rhetoric. They saw him as a threat to democracy, fearing that his disregard for norms and institutions could have lasting negative effects. One thing was certain: Trump had a profound impact on American politics, leaving a legacy that will be debated for years to come. Section 8. Love him or loathe him. Trump's enduring influence. Trump's presidency may be over, but his influence is still felt today. He reshaped the Republican Party and energized a base of voters who felt ignored. He showed that there is a market for his brand of populist nationalism. Trump's legacy is complex and contested. His supporters view him as a hero, a man who spoke truth to power. His detractors view him as a villain, a threat to democracy. One thing is for sure: Trump left an indelible mark on American politics. His presidency was a turning point in American history, the full implications of which are still being debated today. Section 9. The future of Trumpism, a movement beyond Trump. The Republican Party is still grappling with Trump's legacy. Many Republicans remain loyal to the former president. They see him as the key to winning back the White House. Others are eager to move on, believing that Trump's brand of politics is too divisive. The future of the Republican Party is uncertain. Will it continue to embrace Trumpism, or will it chart a new course? Only time will tell. One thing is clear: Trump's influence on American politics is far from over. Section 10. A nation divided, the lingering impact on American politics. Trump's presidency exposed deep divisions in American society, divisions that continue to plague the country today. Americans are more divided than ever along political, racial, and socio-economic lines. The media landscape is also more fractured, with conservative and liberal outlets often presenting vastly different versions of reality. This has made it difficult for Americans to find common ground, to agree on even the most basic facts. The rise of social media has only exacerbated these divisions, creating echo chambers where people are only exposed to information that confirms their existing beliefs. This has made it more difficult to have civil discourse, to bridge the political divide. Section 11. Trump's place in history, a story for the ages. Donald Trump's journey into politics is a story for the ages. From a real estate mogul and reality TV star to the 45th President of the United States, his rise was nothing short of extraordinary. His entry into the political arena was met with both skepticism and fervent support, a testament to his polarizing nature. It's a story of ambition, ego, and a deep understanding of the power of media. Trump leveraged his celebrity status to gain unprecedented media coverage, often dominating news cycles with his bold statements and controversial actions. His ability to command attention was unparalleled. Trump was a master showman. He knew how to capture the attention of the public, and he wasn't afraid to break the rules. His unorthodox approach to politics, characterized by his direct communication style and use of social media, redefined the political landscape. Trump's presidency was a tumultuous time in American history, a time of great division and upheaval, but it was also a time of great consequence. His policies and executive orders sparked intense debate and often led to widespread protests. The nation found itself deeply divided, with passionate supporters and equally passionate detractors. Trump's actions will have a lasting impact on American politics for years to come. His tenure saw significant changes in both domestic and foreign policy, and his influence on the Republican Party continues to be felt. The debates he ignited about immigration, trade, and national security are far from over. Love him or hate him, there's no denying that Donald Trump was one of the most consequential presidents in American history. His presidency challenged norms and conventions, forcing the country to confront difficult questions about its values and direction. His story is a cautionary tale about the power of personality, the dangers of division, and the importance of democracy. It serves as a reminder that the actions of one individual can have profound effects on a nation, and that the principles of democracy must be upheld and protected.